Hello everybody. You are watching series of success stories brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I am Anshita and today's success story is about Mr. Naveen Sadarangani. He is the founder and CEO of News.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Hello Mr. Sadarangani, how are you?
I'm very good, Anshita. Thanks for having me here, and it's great to be doing this, sitting in the balcony and looking over the window.
Right, it's completely our pleasure. So, before we actually begin the session, could you please tell us something more about you and your, professional responsibilities?
Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about my background, and then we'll go along to what I'm doing. Uh, I was actually a very average BCom graduate. I come from a conservative middle class family. I just went for a job interview in a jewelry company. I got selected, and I've been 28 years since then. I've actually become a jewelry technocrat because I've gone through different facets of the industry.
Right.
I was a sportsman when I was a kid, so I've been representing school, college in football, hockey, cricket. I played a lot of carom, a lot of badminton, all of that. And I think all of this put together, I've actually become a very good people's person, a communication person, and that's what's helped me evolve my business model into what it is. And
Right.
while in my model, I mean, when I was doing jewelry, so I'm among the few people who actually got to do four different jewelry business startups. So beginning with international sales, where I was in Japan, then going on to running the first platinum jewelry factory in the country, then getting into the retail bandwagon when the brands had come in the in the late 90s, and then doing wholesale, so where we supplied jewelry across the country. I got into four different businesses, and that helped me in good stead to do my business.
Right. Well, I think you're doing a great job at what you're doing. So, first of all, we would like to know from the start, how did this idea come into your mind and how did you actually land to the idea of starting this?
Okay. So my company News, it's spelled NYUZ. So you go to news.com, you'll know what exactly I do. How did I
Right.
start News? That normally the jewelry industry is it's a legacy oriented business. Okay, if the father was a jeweler or the dada was a jeweler, then the son becomes a jeweler.
Correct.
Unfortunately, I don't come from a family of jewelers, which is why I got into a job. And when I got into a job, and I did four different jewelry businesses. So when I did international sales, when I did wholesale, when I did retail, and I did manufacturing for the biggest group in the world, a group called Rosy Blue, I learned a lot. In the
Right.
process, I realized that because this business is very family oriented, there's so much scope for professionalizing this business, and there's no company or no institute where you can actually go to and learn the nuances of the business. So
Correct.
2005 is when I thought that कुछ हटके करना है, हमको यहाँ से jewelry लेके वहाँ बेच के बीच में 20% 30%. I don't enjoy doing the trading part of the business. I enjoy people. I enjoy communication. So in 2005, I started News as basically as a coaching company or a training company for jewelry retail, because there were many
Correct.
jewelry retail brands and there was nobody to train people on the counter,
Right.
which is where I saw a great opportunity across the country. So whether it is Bombay, it is Chennai, it is, whichever part of the country you go to, there was nobody to train frontline sales teams in jewelry retail. I looked upon that as an opportunity, and I started News largely as a training company for jewelry retail. So that's where the
Right.
spark came from.
Well, I think you're doing an excellent job. But I'm sure there would have been times when you had to face some challenges because, like you said, it is the first of its kind. So, could you tell us about some of the challenges that you faced in your career?
Mm, yeah, so first challenge was I never intend to become a businessman or an entrepreneur. So there's a challenge in the mind कि क्या मैं businessman बन सकूंगा कर सकूंगा. That's one challenge. Number two, the business model that you're thinking of doing, okay, that of coaching in the jewelry retail industry, nobody is doing that. So there is nobody to follow. तो आप किससे अच्छा बनोगे या किसको follow करोगे? There's nobody to follow. It's a pioneering business enterprise. So initially, I had to make my own path. I had to do my own things. I had to do my, make my own strategies. And there is no way of knowing whether I'm doing it right or wrong because there's no company which exists.
Correct.
Also, the jewelry industry being, in was at a semi-organized state, so people didn't so much believe in the concept of training salespeople because salespeople are right in the bottom. ओनर है, मैनेजर है, बैक एंड टीम है, काउंटर हेड है, सेल्स पीपल है. I started with training only salespeople, and nobody actually really cared for the salesperson when the real brand ambassador of every retail entity, whether they're doing shoes, footwear, clothes, jewelry, the salesperson is the brand ambassador and not the celebrity or the actor or the actress. So, I mean, getting a jeweler or getting an owner to accept, yes, there is scope for your service, getting him to accept to pay a fee to train the person who's right at the bottom and a 10,000, 15,000 rupees salary, कि उनको सिखाओ, उनके सीखने पे वो आगे जाएंगे तो आपकी दुकान आगे आएगी, दुकान आगे जाएगी तो धंधा बढ़ेगा. This was the biggest challenge in 2005. There was no training company for retail salespeople.
Okay, so this तो we've spoken about the past and the challenges that you overcame. But अगर बात करें future की, so what does the future of news look like?
Okay, so when I circumvented these challenges and we became India's first specific jewelry sales training company, and that's what people know us for, we realized that जैसे हम आगे जाएंगे, business grow होएगा. Our vision is to be the preferred jewelry retail service provider. Training एक ही service नहीं है. So when we thought about the future, we thought about a bigger offering. We're a small team. We're a small team of only 7 people. When we re-envisaged how the company is supposed to look like or feel like, we created this business of 4 C's of services. People know of 4 C's of diamonds. We created a business called 4 C's of services. The word training became coaching, which is the first C. Even the owners and family businesses the owners also want to be trained. So there's where the second C comes in, which is called consulting. When we are consulting, jewelers need help for other services in the area of creative area, whether it is social media, whether it is window display, whether it is advertising, whether it is celebrity management. All of these other services come under our third C, which is creative retail services. And the fourth C, which we've not done too much about, is concepts and creations, where we want to create jewelry collections right from the name to the logo unit to the prop, packaging, brochure, everything, and give it to a jeweler. Listen, this is what it is called, and you can sell it under your name. So these are 4 C's which we have created, thinking about how we think the future will take us ahead in the area of jewelry retail services.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, when we talk about your services that you provide, could you tell us a bit about what the approach is like and what is the process? A little bit in detail about that?
Okay, so, the way we approach every situation or every client is like a service provider, which means that we try to remain rooted, we try to remain humble, we try to be a friend. This industry is very close knit. It is largely very close. A lot of information is kind of held by the family that holds or owns the business. In a situation like that, for them to trust somebody from outside is a big challenge by itself for them. Okay, we have managed, because of our working style, because of the comfort, because of how we are, so open to accepting anything and everything and taking on the job. So we don't. So even when you're consulting, we're not just giving advice. We're getting down to actually helping them execute the action. It's not like other big concerns के बोल दिया तो हो जाएगा, ऐसा करना चाहिए वैसे. It's not about ऐसा करना चाहिए और वैसा करना चाहिए. It's about, come on, let's roll our sleeves and we'll go and do it. If you can't do it, I'll help you do it. Let me train your manager. So our whole approach to our business is more like a service provider, where we are there as a shadow, as a mirror, as a reflection, working along with them. And that's what the jewelry industry likes. They want people to be with them as they build their legacy, as they go into the next level. And that's what our approach has been. Any of the 4 C's that we do.
Absolutely. First of all, there is one question that I am very intrigued to know about, and that is, what was the feeling like on winning the Indian Achievers Awards? How did you react to it, and what was the entire experience like?
So you know what? When I was nominated for this, and somebody spoke to me, and then I thought, okay, so try mar rahe hain, पूछ रहे हैं how serious they are. So I asked for it by mail. So then I got a mail through. Then I had a second conversation just to figure out, okay, it's real and X, Y, Z. And then they said, listen, we appreciate what you're doing. Nobody is doing it. You're actually creating an impact on the industry. So you are a brand that creates impact, and you are eligible for the brand impact award. So that gave me a high. Okay.
Right.
As an award, every award of merit for a small or a medium entrepreneur serves two purposes. वन इज हर छोटा आदमी या मीडियम आदमी या स्मॉल जैसे भी आप बोलो एंटरप्रेन्योर को इंटरनल मोटिवेशन चाहिए और भागने को ओके वो इंटरनल मोटिवेशन एक तो धंधे से आता है सो इफ हिज बिजनेस डज वेल ही गेट्स मोटिवेटेड but beyond the business doing well he needs these kind of awards these kinds of recognitions which allows him to go ahead and run faster and drive more and have higher aspirations so this recognition is something which every small entrepreneur looks for so that's one function of the award the other good thing about the award is that in today's world when we are staying in the times where I haven't read the newspaper though the newspaper has started coming I have not resubscribed to the newspaper तभी newspaper में कम पढ़ता हूँ okay होर्डिंग्स में देखता हूँ तो जहाँ पे ये पैंडेमिक का होर्डिंग्स है brands have not started advertising so where are people are on social media an award like this when it's amplified on social media and it goes all over it actually helps as a very good marketing tool also so there is an inner high which you get because of the inspiration or the motivation you get an award. But there's also a functional usefulness of this award depending on how smart a brand is to use it to further their interests. So I think this is the whole feel that I got from an award. It made me feel good. Number two, it gave me a fantastic tool in these times to have brand impact, Indian Achiever Award, brand impact to news. I mean, so obviously it's a high.
Right, and I think you deserve it. I mean, you're a very well deserving candidate, and I wish you luck for all your future endeavors as well.
Thank you.
Okay, now talking about the social contributions, could you tell us a bit about that?
Okay, so when we talk about social contributions, every company, who makes a vision for themselves, the vision has to be far beyond the business of the company. It has to have society included in the vision. That's where the social cause comes in. So even the way we work, okay, what we are actually doing, or when we are actually building people. So if there was a sales girl who was at a salary of 12,000, 15,000, and when we train her, and when we consult that company, and we build that person, and that person actually becomes a counter head, and after 3 years she becomes an assistant manager, and after that she becomes a manageress, just because she was good at her job, she remained loyal to the store. And in these 6.5 years, she has been good enough to become the manageress because she learned on the job and she was taught by people like us. We feel that by doing this, we're not only helping that individual who is giving everything to it, we're also helping the company. When the company works, when they do business and the market grows, the economy grows. So indirectly, because of the nature of our work in the way we build people, we are actually building the market and we're building the economy as well. And that's what our social cause is. We work so closely with people that we build them so that they build the country and build the nation.
Wow, I think that is very well explained. And, the session has been really, really informative. So thank you for that. And before we actually conclude the session, there is one last question that I would want to ask you. Do you have any message or any piece of advice that you would like to give to all the people who are watching you right now, especially the younger generation who wish to be an entrepreneur someday? Any message to them?
Okay, so this is a very nice thing that you're asking me at the end of the whole interview because, as and when, I graduated in 92. So I'm pretty old. I may not look like, but I'm almost 49 now. When I'm seeing the youth and the youth graduate from college and they do an MBA, पहले चीज होते कि हम साथ में कुछ करेंगे. Okay, and the first thing is I want to do a startup. It's like a kick. It's not as seriously thought about as most other small businesses or beginners thought about. It's like a kick. Everybody has a good idea and they want to do something. My advice to the youth is, before you get into business, पहले 3 साल थोड़ा slog करो, work under somebody, okay? Do the groundwork. When I began my career at 1,600 rupees a month, okay? That's where I began. And I was there for 1.5 years till my salary was raised to 2,350. Today, even anybody who's a graduate or whatever does not want to start at 15, 20,000. It's just below their king. Nobody wants to be a salesperson. We have to understand that जब भी हम नीचे से शुरुआत करोगे और 2 साल 3 साल you actually slave for somebody. That's when you will learn everything required to set up your own business. You will have customer interface. You will understand the top person's point of view. You will understand office politics. You will understand how people think. So when you're making something of your own, because you've gone through all that, you will make your company far more stronger. And that's when you'll actually realize, listen, I really don't have what it takes to build all of this. I need a mentor. So then you'll actually open up to the fact, listen, I need a mentor who will work with me and help me create a vision and values for my company. And then actually I will make a business plan. It's not business first. It's vision first. Aap kya banna chahte ho? When I made news, my boss, Ms. Preeti Mehta, she was a mentor. She actually told me, let's make a vision. I thought that is management jargon, but because she helped me with that first thing, and she says, yes, news should become the preferred jewelry retail service provider. And because that was so clearly thought about, we did a lot of things which you would not done that way had we not had a good vision with great mentorship. So I feel that everybody should work hard, should struggle for 3 years, and then get onto business. Don't just go with a big idea and jump onto it. इतना shortcut नहीं चलता है sometimes.
Absolutely. I think, this is one piece of advice we can all keep in our minds every time we're trying to do something new. So thank you for that. Also, I truly think that you are really an achiever, and I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. May you keep inspiring everybody, including me, with your new milestones every day. So thank you for being with us again.
Thanks a lot, Anchita. And for all of you all, if you want to know more what we do, you can go to nyuz.com and you'll see what we're all about. Thanks a lot, and
Absolutely.
it's a pleasure. And shukriya for the Indian Achiever Award for Brand Impact.
Thank you so much.